So, it's Friday afternoon, and how are you feeling? Are you just wrapping up those last few emails, finishing off those last few tasks at work and thinking about heading off? Perhaps you've just jumped onto social media because you've just finished work, or perhaps you're at home thinking about the fact that children have gone back to school, you're working on your businesses, and it's Friday night. But are you really living for the weekend? Are you looking forward to the days ahead? Have you got things planned for the weekend? Or looking forward to just downing tools for a while and actually just enjoying a bit of downtime? Or are you already thinking about Monday? Are you thinking about those things that you didn't get done that you could have got done? Are you already thinking about the meetings, the people you need to speak to, the activities that you need to do for next week? Because what tends to happen is we don't tend to live a lot of our lives in the present moment. What we're very capable of doing a lot is actually thinking about the future. And we're also very good at trying to predict the future and think about what it is that we need to do and how those experiences are going to turn out. So I want to share with you in this short live today 3 top tips that will help you live for the weekend and not start thinking about Monday already. So here's the first one. Connect to this moment. When you finish your work for today, you finish the tasks that you've got to do, start connecting with the moment now and start switching off from work mode. It's so easy for us these days to just continue with emails, messages, reading, whatever it is that we need to do, or already start planning for next week. And we don't really give ourselves enough time to just make self-care a lifestyle rather than a luxury. So connecting to the moment can really help us with this. We know from research that mindfulness is a really great way of helping our mental well-being. It allows us to slow our heart rate down, to slow our breathing rate down, and to increase our immune system if we actually just take regular moments out to just be still. That really helps us connect with the present moment, and it also allows us to take back and see our life in a different perspective and bring ourselves back to the reality of what's going on, rather than the emotional side or the storytelling side that we tend to stay with a lot of the time. And I know this can be really easy for me to say today, oh yeah, just connect with the present moment. But I know for myself, having studied mindfulness for a few years now, that it really can make a difference. So look at your watch, the time is now. And that's really what I want you to keep connecting with over the weekend as you try these new techniques out. Have something physical that reminds you to come back to the moment. So for me, tapping my Fitbit is a great way for me to just remind myself to be here in this moment rather than worrying about the next or thinking about what's happened. I encourage you to do that too. How many of you virtually perhaps have that work colleague with you in the shower before you've even got to work? Because when you get up in the morning, you're already thinking about the meetings that you're going to have, the people that you need to speak to. So you've sort of got those people with you rather than actually sensing the aroma of the shower gel or the suds of the shampoo, etc. as you take that shower. So it's about coming back to the moment. How many of us can't actually remember the food that we've tasted because we've gobbled it up so quick because we're thinking about something else? And especially the one where we have to ask someone to repeat something because we're not really listening. Maybe you might have even had to push back on this live and watch a bit of it again because you're focusing on something else too. So connecting with the current moment is really, really helpful. So as you go through the weekend and you feel your thoughts start to drift to next week or the emails that you need to do, pull yourself back, tap in with something physically or a feeling that you have that reminds you to be back in the present moment. You'll start to notice different things. You might start to notice laughter more, or the colours around you, or the taste of food, the more you keep pulling yourself back into the moment. It's not something you're going to nail this weekend, but it's a chance for you to keep trying it out. Just those little snippets. So maybe later tonight, if you're watching something on TV or listening to music and you feel yourself reach for the phone, pull away from it, come back to the moment and enjoy the moment you're in. It's small little things like this that can make all a world of difference. So that's my first tip for you, connecting with the present moment. The second one is around practicalities. Now, for me, a few things that I do which really help me switch off from the working week is I don't have my emails at the front of my phone screen. So I have my emails as the fourth page on my phone. So that means when I pick up my phone, I go into my phone with intent. I go onto my phone to do something with intent, not just to surf the net. I can't see on the first page of my phone if I've got any social media notifications, any emails, anything like that. I keep that screen with just like the weather and notes and things and my calendar. So it means when I pick up my phone, I'm not suddenly having that guilt feeling of, oh my lord, there's 10 notifications and I need to do something about it, or 15 more emails have come in. So again, I've released that need to feel that I have to do something, and that's really helped me. So that would be one suggestion, is think about switching your notifications off. Think about where you move your apps around so that you can't actually see them, so you don't feel drawn towards them. And the other thing is, think about what do you have in your house that associates you with your work or the activities that you want to escape from for a while. So like my work bag goes upstairs in a cupboard and things. So again, it's not prompting me when I see these things throughout the weekend to think about the workspace. So it's really giving me that chance to switch off. But the third thing is, I'm investing in me. I'm recognising that actually I will be a more productive person if occasionally I do get to step back from that working situation and take some time out. So actually remembering to invest in me, and remembering that's really important to have that space and pull myself away from that really helps. So again, think about what you do. And this leads into the third technique. Think about your routine. So what is your routine to get ready for the working week, or your business week, or your week with the children, whatever it is? What is it that you do to get yourself ready? So again, if sort of lunchtime Sunday, you're already starting to think about work and think about your emails or think about packing your bag, you're almost denying yourself a half day of the weekend because you're planning it so early. So again, think about the structure that you want to have. And if it is that you want to pack your bag or whatever, allot yourself a specific amount of time and then that's it. Don't be tempted to go onto your emails, and it is going to take a while for you to get used to not doing that. But that's why I'm saying have that routine and get used to pulling yourself back in. Mindfulness, it has an incredible power for me. It's about being in that space. It allows me to truly live every experience that I want and really enjoy that. And so for me, even now as an experienced practitioner of mindfulness, there are still going to be those times when I think, I can feel myself being pulled in by something, but I'm more self-aware of it. So notice for yourself, where could you become more self-aware of how you invite mindfulness into your life? Where could you become more self-aware of living for the weekend? So think about, what do you want your intentions to be for the weekend? Where do you want to place your energy? What is it you want to be? What is it that you want to do? And so the very last thing really is, think of someone who might be able to keep you accountable for this. So if you live with someone else at home, maybe you might like to try this out together, where you'll be more mindful together for the weekend, so that on those situations where perhaps you steer towards the work emails or steer towards something out, someone else can call you out and be like, oh, hang on a minute, you said you weren't going to do that, and claw you back in, because it does take a while to get going. So I hope you have found those tips useful. It is now the weekend, so go and enjoy it. Go out there, be mindful, enjoy yourself, and have a fantastic time. And remember to live it. Take care.